Hey, what's going on, guys? This is JD Moonin from jdmoonin.com. I'm coming at you with another build video. This one's going to be for the Morrowind patch. This will be my first build video for Morrowind patch. Now, we'll be releasing a heavy armor build and another light build with another heavy armor build. So I'm going to be releasing two builds for Cyrodiil, and I'm also going to be releasing two builds for Battlegrounds. Now, you could run this build in Battlegrounds if you wanted to. You just need to change up the jewelry glyph a little bit because you're going to have no CP, so keep that in mind. So I want to dive into gear in this video. I want to go over my Mundus Stone. I want to go over also my CP and what skills I'm going to be using. Now, my skills are going to be relatively the same, but playstyle has changed just a little bit just because of the changes of this patch. So let's go ahead and dive into gear, and yeah, so we'll start there. So if I'm running Bloodspawn, 2 Impin. Now I'm running full Magicka on both the shoulder and the helm. Now I'm running full Magicka glyphs all across the armor this patch, unlike last patch where I had at least 3 Hakejus. So when we dive into what gear I have on my body, I'm running 5 Julianos Light with 2 infused, and the rest are going to be Impin. So I wanted the extra damage from the Max Magicka. I really liked it. It looked really good to me. So I like the stats it's giving me currently. Now on my jewelry and sword and board, I'm running Alteration Mastery. Now I'm running 2 spell damage glyphs and 1 reduction glyph for CP Cyrodiil. Now I'm also running Divines on my front bar, and I'm running Sharpened on my front bar as well, with a weapon and spell damage glyph on the front bar. Now my back bar, I'm using just one that returns Magicka to me. You don't have to use that. I don't really light attack much on my back bar. It's mainly a defensive bar, so I don't really care about what enchantment I have on the back bar. Now I also run a reinforced shield on the back bar. Both of these are also going to be having Max Magicka instead of Hakejus like I was doing last patch. When it comes to jewelry, obviously I don't expect any of you guys to get gold jewelry. You can get purple Alteration Mastery jewelry for pretty cheap. Now, if you were going to build what I've got going on, the full gold setup, it's going to cost you well over $1 million, so just keep that in mind. But if you want to go purple, that's going to work out just fine. I just min-max just because I've had all this stuff for quite some time. So I want to go ahead and I want to jump into stats real quick and kind of show you guys what we're dealing with when it comes to stats. So Max Magicka, it's right at 38,000. That's really, really good for MagDK as a Dunmer. Really, really high. 25,000 health on the front bar, and also 15,000 stamina. Now, spell damage, I don't have it buffed. Now, this is a crit build, so it's going to be putting out a lot of critical damage as well. The only thing that's going to really give you a little bit of an issue is going to be a shield stacker, but as long as you time your burst properly, you shouldn't have a problem critting them. Now, spell and physical resistance look a little low. Now, keep in mind that is because we're in light armor and we're also on the front bar with no volatile armor up. Once I buff that up, then that'll change a little bit. I lowered my critical resistance this patch a little bit just because I wanted to run some infused pieces, which I might be getting a infused monster helm as well to kind of raise this max stat up. I want to try and hit 4K, close to 4K if I can, 40K if I can. So now let's look at the boon. I'm running the Thief, so that's why I have such high crit. I'm also a stage 4 vampire, and I run tri-stat food. So I also run, for my potions, I also run tri-stat pots. You can run immovable if you want. I prefer tri-stat. I think it's the best that you can run as MagDK in general. So let's go ahead and I'm going to buff up real quick so you guys can kind of see, what we're looking like. So let's go ahead and take a look at the resistances now on the front bar. So you're looking a lot better. You're going to be pretty tanky, especially because you're going to be able to block a lot. Especially because supposedly I have not tested this. I will let you guys know if the test actually clears. But from what I heard through the grapevine was that they were supposed to fix Alteration Mastery and that it was supposed to reduce block cost. So I will be testing that this patch, and I will release a video letting you guys know if they did reduce it or not. So just stay tuned for my next build videos, and I will let you know if they did reduce it, yeah or nay. But so anyways, let's continue on with what we're doing here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to change out one spell real quick so I can buff up so you guys can see what kind of spell damage we're looking at. So for the spell damage, we're going to be sitting at 2477 with that 53.2% crit on that front bar. Looking really, really nice. I love it. It does a lot of damage. I've hit the highest damage leap I've hit so far with this build was 21k on a Nightblade. Anyway, so I want to go ahead and dive into CP and skills. So first, let's go ahead and take a look at skills. Front bar, I'm running Flame Lash, Burning Embers, Talons, and I'm also got Fossilized with Entropy on the front bar, and I run Meteor on my front bar as well for that extra max Magicka. On my back bar, I run Coagulating Blood. If you want to, you can run Entropy on your back bar. I prefer more damage and more health on my front bar, but if you want that extra health on the back bar for Coag, I completely understand. I still run Igneous Shield because we're still getting Major Mending for 3 seconds. So it's still pretty nice. Now, I run Volatile Armor on top of that because it's going to increase your healing with the built-in passives from from Draconic, so keep that in mind. You're going to get an extra 12% healing just for having Volatile Armor activated. Elusive Mist, if you're not running this on Magicka, you're probably mental, because that is like one of the best spells you can run on Magicka. Wings, I know a lot of people put Entropy on the back bar. They take Wings off and they run Crit on the front bar. Me, I'm just so spoiled. I love my Wings. I love making people hit themselves in the face with frags. It's like my favorite pastime with DK. So I don't think you're ever going to see me get rid of Wings. Ferocious Leap, I run on my back bar. I use this more defensively than I do offensively. I like to use my Meteor offensively because it really combos well with Fossilize. So let's dive into CP real quick. So let's start with Blue Page. I really like the Blue Page this patch. It looks really good. We have a lot of damage. I'm running 30 into Bless to give us that extra. That's 7%, almost 8%. 60 into Elfborn to give us 20% more increased crit damage. I also run 60 into Elemental Expert, and that's going to give us that 12.5 extra damage on all of our fire spells. And I'm running Master at Arms. Now, keep in mind, this is why this spell is so good. All of these right here, including your dots, the initial hit from your dots is all direct damage. So that's going to all get increased, okay? Leap, all of that, okay? All of this up here and Leap on the back bar is all going to be increased by that 1 CP. It's a really, really strong CP, so consider running it if you're not already running it. So I took everything out of Thaumaturge. I felt like this CP right here is way stronger than what we're going to get from Exploiter. If you want to run a dot build, I completely understand. There's a lot of people that do. I wouldn't fault you for that. Dot builds are strong. Templars are going to rape you, though. End of story. So now let's look at this. So Ironclad, I run 19% into this because if I know other people are looking at that CP like me and thinking it's good, I'm going to want resistance against that CP. I run 32 into resistance to give me a little bit of crit, a little bit more crit since I took some of my crit pieces off. I put a little bit more points into resistant. Now I've got 27 into thick skinned, and I've got 50 into hardy and 50 into elemental defender. It's nice. It's going to give you Unchained, so if you want to actually run shuffle on your back bar instead of wings, I completely would understand that because you break free and you get a free shuffle basically. So completely understand that if that's what you want to do. And then on top of that, it'll be cheaper with Alteration Mastery. So I run 40 into Warlord. That's going to give me a 60% break free cost reduction. I run 30 into Mooncalf, 60 into Arcanist. And over here, I'm running 40 into Tumbling and 40 into Shadow War. That's going to both give me a 16% reduction on dodge roll and in block cost. So that's the setup for my CP for this patch. If you guys like the build and you guys want to see some more, I post all my builds on my website. Of course, they're going to be on the YouTube channel. So, guys, please come by, check me out, jdmoonin.com. If you like it, shoot me a like on Facebook, YouTube, and I'll keep pumping out videos. And so, yeah, I'll be coming back with at least 3 more build videos for this patch. So, yeah, I'll see you guys out there on the battlefield, and thanks for watching. Also, don't forget to shoot me a subscribe on YouTube. Shoot me a like on Facebook and on Twitch. Come visit me on Twitch as well. So, thanks for watching again, and I'll see you guys out there on the battlefield.